Hey everybody, Forbidden Exile here, and welcome to a new video. So I spent the last few days putting together a Cold Dot Vortex Occultist Leaguestart guide, and then I spent about the whole hour watching Subtractum's Fire Trap Elementalist build guide, and I couldn't not play it. I will eventually switch over to Cast on Crit Forbidden Right Occultist, as I always do every league. But just watching it, the amount of damage that you get at, a minuscule budget, I don't know that there's ever been any build in the game that can do as much damage on such a small budget. So I can't really recommend any other build to play to Leaguestart besides Fire Trap Elementalist. The clip that you saw in the beginning of the video, that was a T16 strand map just randomly rolled. That was a King Harbinger that I Frostblinked killed with this gear right here. There's literally nothing, like nothing special. The only thing that I bought in trade in standard was the Skin of the Lord, just because I needed 2 blue, 2 green, 2 red, which is what you'll need for this configuration. Everything else I just had laying around. Now, because his video and his guide is doing so well, which all of his guides do, the cost of the Searing Touch is pretty expensive now. I think they're going for about 1 divine for, no links, no 3 sockets or something like that. I had this in my stash tab because I'm playing on standard because the league's over. I already had a Pyre, already had the Eye of Malice, but the cost of these is pretty minuscule. Just nothing, not looking for any specific rolls. 1 to 5 chaos for these. Legacy of Furies early leagues should be, the price will go down fairly quick because they drop pretty commonly from Maven, and there's not really a lot of builds that use them until now. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are also gonna be playing Fire Trap, but I can't say enough about it. If you watch Subtractum's video, he goes into a lot of in-depth detail as to how the build works. It's an hour-long video. It's well worth the watch, and I'll link that in the description below as well. He's got a full build guide walkthrough. He's got like 5, 6 POBs linked in there, I think, for hardcore solo self-found. He's got a budget version. He's got a 20 plus divine end game version that does like 20 million DPS. But this, I would say, cost me like really 2 divine to put together. And I was able to, do a T16 Alkin Goad map, killing a King Harbinger with just Frostblink. I think I might have thrown a Fire Trap in there maybe once. But this is the Frostblink. It's a level 20 Frostblink, linked to a life tap, level 5 Ignite Proliferation, and a level 5 Deadly Ailment support. That's it. The Eye of Malice does a lot. Obviously, the Legacy of Fury, it causes nearby enemies to be scorched, increased effect of scorched. Then you get the chance when you kill a scorched enemy to burn each surrounding enemy for 4 seconds. And then, so it's kind of like an explode where you scorch stuff around it. But all of the gear on here is literally just stats and res. There's nothing special. I rolled the fire exposure and fire damage over time multiplier on there. Those are pretty easy to roll as well. I had the spell damage. I was just going for res, and I happen to have a ring that had spell damage on it as well. But these are all just, very, very cheap, very common bases. Fire dot multi, Shaper Amulet. There's no +1 gems, anything like that on there. It was literally just for the lightning res and some strength. But that's it. Just nothing more to it. If you are able to solve your res and don't need res on your belt, or you don't need lightning res, then you can go with the Diadem Dawn to get ignites you inflict with attacks, deal damage 35% faster. I do need the lightning res from my belt, so I'm not able to use that right now. I don't have any chaos res, really, so that's kind of the downfall at the point that I'm at, but I put this build together in about 30 minutes. I bought all of these gems at level 1 because they have to be corrupted. I didn't feel like going through and buying them individually, but already corrupted, you know, 2120s or something like that, because then that adds to the cost of the build itself. So I literally just bought all 6 of these and then just hit them with the Val. I got lucky-ish, kind of, and I think I leveled this one up. This one hit level 2. But there's no quality on them. There's no quality on anything except for I have a level 15-23 LE weakness, which I didn't use. Level 20 Malevolence, 20 Defiance Banner. I am able to run Malevolence, Determination, Summon Skitterbots, and Defiance Banner, and I still have enough to throw 1 trap at a time. But since Frostblink is linked to Life Tap, you don't really have to worry about it. Leap Slam does take mana. And if you didn't watch this video yet, and maybe you've never used Leap Slam before, basically the trick is that you hit Leap Slam, you walk like a couple steps, and then you hit it again, because if you keep trying to spam it, it slows you down. You get that little quick animation right there, but if you walk like a step or two, hit it again, then there's no animation. And then you basically, with Frostblink, if you Frostblink into a pack of monsters, then the cooldown doesn't exist. If you Frostblink into nothing, then you do have a cooldown. So just to give you a quick example, we'll go to the Blood Aqueducts so I can show you. And I do have Infernal Cry on the left click. It does make you stop to cast it, but it lasts a decent amount of time. So if you Frostblink into a pack of monsters, see how fast the cooldown goes. If you don't, you know, cooldown's pretty slow. Alright, so for the path of building, shows here 232,000 damage with Fire Trap. Frostblink is 585,000. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Here's the tree. You know, I have 1 gem, as you can see there. It's literally just for Corrupted Blood. It's got a little bit of damage over time on it, but it was literally just a Corrupted Blood Jewel. So I could run T16 maps and feel a little safe. This is the same exact skill tree that Subtractum uses in his budget version. My character's level 97, but it's actually level 86, so I have 11 extra skill points. As you can see here, 11 points available. For the Ascendancies, it's the same thing, you know, Bastion of Elements, Shaper of Flames, Heart of Destruction. Literally nothing special. You get to level 86, make your skill tree look like this, throw on some gear, and you're good to go. Frostblink your way to the end game. In the configuration, the only thing I have checked, this is Guardian Pinnacle Boss. This is not, you know, low level damage. This is actual boss damage. The only thing I have is Burning and Ignited, because they are burning. It won't let me check Scorched for some reason, but still 500,000 damage, half a million DPS on the smallest amount of currency that I've ever seen. Alright, well, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out, please consider subscribing, because it really does help me out, and click that notification bell to get notified when I post another video.